Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Grand Finals. The Grand Finals of the Esports World Cup EWC 2025 Asia Closed Qualifier. It has been an intense day of StarCraft. A little bit shaky for us technical-wise at the start of the day, which, again, I'm still a little bit upset by. But regardless, once the show got going, it did not stop. It did not stop, and now we've made it to our top two players of the region. A PvP between Lancer and Firefly. And yeah, these are the two that I would pin as the best of the best in the Asia region. I did see someone bring up Coffee earlier, and I would say that for a time, Coffee was top 2 in the region as well, but Coffee, he is missing in action. Coffee has not competed in quite some time, so in the absence of Coffee, that is where Lancer and Firefly rise to the challenge. Let's go. Let us go. And we have seen both players looking very strong, very dominant here in the regional so far. Again, Lancer and Firefly, they already had a best of 5 amongst each other. We did miss out on that. We were focusing on the lower half of the bracket at the time, so I'm not too familiar with how they did compare against each other in that first series, but now we're here in the rematch. Lancer, he was already able to beat Firefly once, and as a reminder, I'll actually post this here. Lancer is up 1-0. Because Lancer's coming in without dropping a single series so far, he's coming up with a 1-0 lead. Firefly has to overcome that. It's going to be on Firefly to overcome that disadvantage, to try to make up for it, and to try to, again, exceed and overwhelm. Let's go. Let us go. If you're in the chat, Gamma time will soon be upon us. Don't you worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Having a look here, it looks like game one. Oh, game one is going to be getting ready soon. Is going to be getting ready soon here. So we are still setting up for a game. As a reminder as well, there is no European qualifier today. It is going to be the Asia qualifier into the Americas qualifier thereafter. That is going to be, I believe, at 8 a.m. my time. That is going to be in 6 hours. Jeez, 6 hours time. This event did last quite some time here, and yeah, that means very little time to sleep in between qualifiers. Very little time, but I'll do my best to be there. I'll also do my best to prepare the client ahead of time as well, to make sure there's no issues when it comes to patching the game or anything like that. So I'll make sure that everything's running as smooth as possible, and we'll be there for that America's qualifier. Again, 6 hours. Jesus, not too long at all. So we'll be in 6 hours time. Likewise, tomorrow is going to be the European Closed Qualifier and the Korea Open Qualifier as well. Again, if you were here earlier, we missed the first Korean qualifier just because, unfortunately, we were locked out of the game. We just could not. We were there. We just couldn't get in. So really unfortunate that we did miss the first Korean qualifier, but we will be there for the second Korea qualifier. Don't worry, we'll be there for the second one. We'll be all over that. Likewise, we also have the May Mayhem over the weekend as well. Like, we have a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft over the course of the week, but we'll be there for it. As we are here to determine our first player through the regional qualifiers. First one out of all the regions. Let's go. The first one, Papi, the first one. As our players are still setting up. Oh, I spoke too soon. We're jumping in. We're getting game one on. Let's go. Last fantasy. I mean, best of 7. True, it is a best of 7, so we get less vetoes. We get more maps for the first time tonight. Last fantasy is upon us. And in the bottom hand corner, we do have a Chinese Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. It is Lancer. And spawning in the bottom right corner, we have the red Protoss player, also from the land of China. Ooh, down in the series, but he is going to have to fight back hard here to get his revenge and to win in the rematch. It is Firefly. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is a Gamba time. Predictions now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series, who you think will qualify for EWC. Will it go the way of Lancer? Will it go the way of Firefly? Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat. It's going to be a tough one to call. Again, Lancer, he already beat Firefly once. Lancer's already up 1-0 as well. There are advantages here for Lancer, but I want to believe that maybe Firefly, he's warmed up. He's warmed up. He's ready to go. After taking down Lemon, he is ready for revenge. He's ready, papi. He's ready. Oh, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Esteponio, papi. Esteponio in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you arrived just in time for the final series of this broadcast. And again, we're going to be back in 6 hours time. I say 6 hours. By the time this series finishes, maybe in 5 or 4 hours. It's a very little time to sleep. Jesus. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. I mean, I might just not sleep, actually. True. Meanwhile, Lancer, I mean, welcome one to Last Fantasy. I should have started with that, of course. Last Fantasy is the most vetoed map in the map pool. It is a 3-player swarm map. It can be difficult to scout, but of course, Firefly does instantly scout Lancer. Lancer is hiding his pylon. Firefly is aware. He knows that the pylon is missing, the pylon is nowhere to be found, and Lancer is getting ready for the proxy out on the map. Gonna be a double adept initially here by Lancer, and it's gonna be proxy Stargate. Not a one-base all-in. Not an all-in. Instead is going to be the Stargate into Oracle to get economic damage. Lancer, he will expand behind this. Meanwhile, Firefly, oh my god, going for a gate cyber expand. Jesus. Very greedy build here by Firefly. Gate cyber expand out of our red Protoss player. Lancer is he's still looking, actually. He's still looking for his opponent. Now he knows where Firefly has spawned in. To have a 3-gate follow from here, but again, Firefly, he's not ready for this. And not ready, he is scouting. I mean, he knows the pylon is missing. True. He knows it's missing. He's searching for the pylon. He's checking top left. Oh, will he see this? Uh-oh. He doesn't. Okay, he does rescout. He does rescout. The Oracle is already being chronoed as we speak. Gonna be a Stargate follow-up out of Firefly. Adept does bust into the main. Sentries will defend. A nice force field. Very nice force field. Solid positioning there from our red Protoss. But alas, he's not in the mineral line. Now he does respond. There we go. There's a cancel. I think he just noticed. Did he scout? Yeah, he scouted. Yeah, he did find the Stargate. Now getting in position. You can see the Oracle did spend energy, I believe, to kill the probe. And is rotating. Rotating over. Army's ready. Oracle is deflected. And so far, so good for Firefly. Remember, he has a faster nexus, so he has a faster saturation. More probes on the way.
I am here in the shadows.
Probes on the way. Likewise, stasis trap into the main. Catching up 3 probes, not bad. Mass Firefly, oh, let's go! Going for the mass hallucination. He is pushing in. And he baits out the stasis. There's one left, though. There's still one left. Does he notice? Nice force fields. He looks down the army. Last shield by putting in a little work. Oh, stasis will go up. Does catch out the sentries. Yeah, sentries get caught. 3 stalkers left. And we have more shield barriers on the way. The boys are being pulled. And does Firefly have enough? It's still so close. But the boys, they do a great job tanking. More stalkers on the way. Nice control out of Firefly. He pulls away the weakened stalkers. Stasis just now running out. He can't force field. He backs off. It does back off with 3 shield barriers. Just too much to break, too much to handle. It's too much, Bap. It's too much. Stasis into the main. Lancer is across the map. So far, just getting 2 probes. Does deny some of the gas mining. Oh, locking down the army. Takes down some of the stalkers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 stalkers. He's so close to one-shotting. And he does. Yeah, takes down the weakened stalkers. He can 2-shot stalkers. There we go. Does 2-shot despite the shield battery. The burst damage is insane. Locks down the stalkers once again. Nice force field. Yeah, there's no escaping this. There's 1 stalker left. Oracle across the map, but there's a shield battery to defend. Does get some workers, but this pales in comparison to what he's losing back across the map. There's just so many stalkers left over here for Firefly. Takes down the final stalker. GG gets called. Firefly, he breaks Lancer. And Firefly ties up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. Firefly does tie things up. We have a back and forth already here. Again, it was a bit of a shaky game, though. Again, we're loading into Last Fantasy, right? Last Fantasy is one of the more unorthodox maps in the map pool. It's crazy. It's wild. And we had some interesting play there by Lancer, but he got scouted, he got shut down. Again, a very intense game, but in the end, Firefly does tie things up. Game 2, ley lines. Game 2 is going to be on ley lines here. A much more standard map. So I don't know if I want to put too much stock here into game one, just because the map is so unusual and because it lends to some really awkward play at times when it comes to location of the proxy, when it comes to where your opponent's spawning in. Of course, there's a lot of chaos ensuing when it comes to Last Fantasy typically. But now we can embrace one of the more standard maps in the map pool, if not the most standard map, ley lines. Now we can have more of a back and forth, or now we can see Lancer maybe get a little bit more comfortable. We'll see how we can compare. Again, Firefly is warmed up. He's warmed up. He's ready to go. He's ready for that revenge. But as a reminder, best of 7, plenty of games ahead of us, plenty of games to come, plenty of opportunities for that back and forth. Oh boy. Plenty of opportunities. Might just watch the whole of NA. Let's go. I'm still torn if I should try to sleep. Like, the problem is that the NA broadcast is going to be a long one. It's going to be comparable to this broadcast, and we weren't live from the beginning because of the technical issues. I believe they went live like an hour before us, or 2 hours before us. Here we go. So expect like a 6-hour cast. But in the top right hand corner, we have a Chinese Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. Oh, we have a blue Protoss player here being forced into that series. It is Lancer. And spawning in the bottom right corner, we have the red Protoss player, also from the land of China. It is Firefly. Bam. Tying up the series 1-1. Let's go. Whew. Okay. We are tied at 1-1, and now we are making our way into our next game. Into ley lines. Probe Scout out of Firefly. Does move out immediately across the map. Already we saw Lancer was willing to cheese, willing to proxy. I say cheese. Proxy Stargate, not too much of a cheese, but aggressive nonetheless. Gas is being taken. Oh, hello Firefly. ¿Cómo estás? What's going on? As we don't go for a scout, we move out for a proxy. Let's go. Proxy pylon, proxy stargates. I mean, this would be an ideal location for a proxy stargate. So, hey, you want to proxy stargate me? I proxy stargate you. Let's go. Assuming we throw down the pylon. For now, the probe is being kept hidden. The probe is hidden. The probe is, there we go. Pylon now being thrown down. Ideally, this is lined up with the cyber core. The reason why we assume this is a stargate is because it is close by air. It is close rush distance by air. So the Stargate, the Oracle, can just zoom straight into the main base for economic damage. Probe Scout comes in, and you can see that Lancer is looking for the pylon. He knows it's missing. He knows it's missing. He knows that it should be here. It is not. Now it's about finding exactly where his opponent is. It's all about searching, looking here for that pylon. There's the expansion for Firefly. Lancer is already out on the map. He's already searching for the proxy. Could be real, could be fake. Could be an all-in, could not. Oh, it's a fake out. Okay. My apologies. I just assumed because of his location it was going to be a Stargate, but no, it is a fake proxy pylon instead. So basically, Firefly trying to mind game his opponents. We do see that Lancer does fan out his stalkers, and Lancer, he will find the proxy. We'll find it. Upon doing so, we'll shut it down. As the hallucination goes in for the scout, it is going to be a Twilight Council opener out of Lancer. Firefly opening up Robo. And we saw this dynamic a lot in the previous series, actually, if you recall. We saw this a lot between Firefly and Lemon, where Firefly was very fond of robo-based play to go for the early Immortal production. Now, I say that he can, as he has shown us before, go for a Warp Prism. He can go Prism first to harass initially, then followed up with Immortal production. So he does have that option available to him. Hallucination goes in, confirms the blink is much faster here for Lancer. Again, Lancer would gain map control with Blink Stalkers, or at least he should, and it's going to be Observer first out of Firefly. With the Observer first, this should be Observer into Immortal production. And again, Firefly is going to be initially the defender. Oh, as we do have a bit of a pause. Hopefully everything's okay. We did see previously that that Lancer did have some connectivity issues, and there was a bit of latency problems earlier. So hopefully that isn't persisting here. Hopefully. But again, we're just kind of getting into the game itself. So far, we have our dynamic of Blink from Lancer and Robo from Firefly. Once again, to reiterate, it means that Lancer, he should gain map control. With that control, he should be able to deny any fast third base from his opponent and take his own faster third instead. Like Lancer, he should get ahead economically. That should be the dynamic. And it should be on Firefly to just defend back at home, build up his Immortal, slowly break out, maybe skip Blink, go into early charge, maybe go into early glaives and go for something more aggressive on 2 bases. Like, there are options here for Firefly, but again, we're approaching this game in different ways, despite it being a PvP, 2 different approaches out of our Protoss players, which I always appreciate. I always appreciate when there's that kind of like different dynamic. Look at this. What's up? What's the issue? 1 second, sorry. Bitten by a mosquito. Very itchy. Ice Scar responds with the Zerg logo. Oh no, it's Silky. Silky, he bit him. He bit Lancer. Ah, he's getting his revenge. Oh no. I don't think I've seen this before. I'll be honest. I don't think I've seen a pause because of a mosquito. I mean, it makes sense. Like, hey, if you've ever been bitten by a mosquito, like, or stung by a mosquito, that's maybe a better way of putting it. You've ever been stung, like, it can be quite bothering. It's Silky, papi. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. The shenanigans. Yeah. So hopefully he's able to resolve that. Hopefully he's not scratching it. For those that are curious, ideally you don't want to scratch, you don't want to make it worse. Don't want to hurt yourself in that way. So I hope he's looking after himself. Cuídate, papi, cuídate. God damn it. This is great. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're good. Oh, we're back. Really, Lancer, he just needed a moment to, like, hunt down the mosquito. Hunt it down. Oh, no. Feels mosquito, man. He's on fuego. For now, as I said, Lancer going for a proxy. My apologies, I did miss that, but we have a proxy here. Lancer is going for a 4-gate setup, 4-gate blink on 2 bases. Lancer is committing, and meanwhile, Firefly, he does find the proxy. He's aware. He's now aware of how much danger he's in. Firefly expanding. Oh, he's being greedy. Firefly's being greedy. Now, Immortal production has begun. The Immortals, they will help. They will help, of course. Speaking of, does lock down 2 Immortals. Oh, sorry, 2 Soldiers, not bad. 2 Soldiers get locked down. Dual Depths, they get across the map. They can one-shot probes. And probes are going down, getting 1, 2, 3 probes so far. Oh, they do shade once again, getting up to 4. Nice damage. 4 probes. Lancer, he does wall off at the ramp. And again, you can see that Lancer, his main army isn't pushing. Like, he's distracted. He is distracted. Firefly buying time. The first Immortal has arrived. Shield batteries are finishing up. Again, remember, Lancer, he's borderline 2-base all in. Like, he has to get damage done. He has to get damage done. He has to trade well. Nice force fields, locks down 2 Stalkers, locks down, yeah, 3 Stalkers even. Does lock him down. Then Immortals, they start step in. 3 Stalkers do fall. Those are big losses here for Firefly. Big losses. And Lancer is not done. Lancer is doubling down. See the chat catching up. First immortal goes down, second immortal as well, and Lancer, I believe he has enough. It's close though. Oh my god, still so close. See the chat. The best reason ever. Pinche mosquitos, man. Oh no. Waiting for mosquito powers to develop. Oh no. The radioactive mosquito. Oh. Ooh, as a shield body does kick in, the immortal survives, and with that, Firefly is holding. He holds on. Again, things were looking dicey there. Lancer was able to shut down two of those immortals. He was able to force field very nicely as well, but now we can see Firefly overwhelming. Now the third base is kicking in. Remember, this entire time, Firefly, he's been up a base. He's been up in economy, up in workers, and soon to be up in army. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Firefly. Lancer, he's in danger. He's on a timer. He needs more. He needs more. Bye. Does poke in. Nice target firing. Does take down the sentries. 2 sentries go down. Meanwhile, Adept Harass, Charge Harass into the main. Charge is almost done. Once it finishes, he can commit. True, Lancer, he has less blood. Oh no. Not like this, but Zealot's eager for a massive warp, and they force a recall. And with that Firefly, he defends back at home, and he's snowballing out of control from here. Up in economy, far ahead in army, has the more efficient composition as well. Zealot Immortal does outscale Mass Stalker. Or it's just a more efficient army, trading minerals for gas. And once again, just collapsing on those Stalkers. Does collapse in. The Immortals are lacking behind a little bit. Just now waddling across the map, wasting some DPS. The Immortals are going to get in there. The Immortals are going for the pylon. Just now moving in, just now moving forward. Yeah, and they have arrived. Here we go. The entire army comes together. The Charged Lord Immortal and Stalkers, they do nothing against this. GG gets called, and Firefly, he will survive the aggression. He will defend. Here, that paying off the mosquito. It was worth it. Paid off the mosquito. GG, and Firefly takes a 2-1 lead. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. Okay, the mosquito coming into play. Question becomes, how long does it take for mosquito powers to manifest? How long does it take? Oh god. As with that, Firefly does take a lead. Oh, sorry, I should fix up the... There we go. Firefly does take a lead. Does take a lead in the series. And we'll see if he can extend that lead even further here. Ay. Again, ideally, we want to be able to just completely focus on our games, of course, and hopefully Lancer is able to shake off what bothers. And maybe get some ice to alleviate any kind of irritation. Focus on our games. But again, it was just a really impressive defense there by Firefly. And again, as we've seen time and time again throughout this broadcast, Firefly has been very fond of robot openers. Very fond of it. Just because it does give you that edge, it does give you that boost in the mid game with that immortal lead. With that heavy immortal counts. And I wouldn't be surprised if that trend continues. In regards to robot openers out of Firefly. Wouldn't be surprised. And here we go. We're getting to our next game. Game number 4. Kind of. And this morning, in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have our Chinese Protoss player. We have our Red Protoss leading the series 2-1. Enlisting the help of a Mosquito, it is Firefly. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Blue Protoss player. We have the Chinese Protoss down in the series. But coming from the upper bracket, it is Lancer. Waiting for those mosquito powers to manifest. It's waiting for them to kick in. Let's go. I've been grossly misinformed by Hollywood. Oh no. Silky. So we are settling in. So far, 2 gate opener out of Firefly, 2 gate opener out of Lancer. As a reminder, last game, of course, Firefly did open up with a fake proxy pylon. We'll see if we can get into a real one from either player, as we are loading into one of the more standard maps in the map, one of the larger, more macro maps I should emphasize. So we are building up. So we are settling in. Let's he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Oh, true. What am I getting at? What, like, I was leaning into the narrative that the mosquito was Zerg related and was silky. Maybe it wasn't a mosquito. Maybe it was a Firefly. Yo. Oh my god, it's all coming together, Pap. It's all coming together. I don't think Fireflies can sting or anything like that, but maybe the relation is there. The dots are being connected. Someone get the board out. We'll figure it out. But true, there's that connection. Was it a Firefly? Can he commune with the mosquitoes? Is that his power? Because he's also a fly. Maybe. So far, pylon blocks. Pylon blocks out of our players. Both players will now expand. We saw the attempt at Cybercore, but the Cybercore was denied. And now we're building up. I'll change my good name to Mosquito. Este Dash. Oh no. As once again, Robo, as we mentioned, the trends have tabled. Robo opener out of Lancer, my apologies. And a Twilight Council out of Firefly, so the roles have been reversed. Roles have been reversed here. We'll see if Firefly can excel with his blink, if he can achieve a little bit more with his map control, with his more mobile composition. As Lancer instead is going for the Robo. Both players are aware, both players did scout with their hallucinations. So here we go. So far, hallucination dips in. Do have extra sentries. And we are opening up with a War Prism, not with an Immortal. Okay, War Prism first. Prism first means that Lancer is going to be moving out. Now the hallucination confirms the Robo, but doesn't know how aggressive Lancer is being here. He doesn't know, Papi doesn't know. I see in the chat. Let's go. As Lancer is committing, yeah, he's committing here, he's pushing out across. He's going for the all-in. He has plenty of force fields, plenty of sentries. Fake hallucination to the main. Let's go. Fake Prism. Prism does distract. And it does keep Firefly busy here. That's 3 Stalkers in the main, not at the natural. And Lancer is going for the kill. He does have a sentry in the Prism. He's going for the force field. He does go in. And he will force field in time. Yeah, it does. Oh, but the sentries do slip out. Sentries do slip. There's that energy overcharge. Stalkers that stuck in the back line. And there's going to be a messy fight here for Firefly. Again, Lancer going for the kill. Going for the production. Force fields are running out. Boys are being pulled. Yeah, the boys have arrived. And with the help of the boys, can Firefly hold on? Nice control here by Lancer. Nice control. He does kite back with the blink. He dives in. One more volley and he will bring down the Prism. And with that, he will shut this down. He will shut this down. He will end the all-in. He bleeds out 12 robes though. A lot of workers are going down. He does fall behind economically, down 10 workers. But Firefly holds. Firefly, he does hold, he does survive. But behind this is no third base, there's no greater economy. Again, he lost so many probes there in the defense. So many. And Firefly, he doesn't really have an overwhelming army. He's pushing, that is true, but can he find any damage? Again, I'm not sure he can. And Firefly now moving out. He runs into Immortals. That's what I mean. Like, Immortals are back at home. You cannot break that. And if they shade into the natural, and Lancer is here to extend that lead. Probes are getting one shot. Firefly out of position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probes going to be going down. Firefly blinks into the main, but there's an Immortal. Yeah, there are Immortals waiting. Lancer, he defends. He attacks. He's all over this. He's still in the mineral line, and Firefly, he's falling apart. I say that he's getting a decent amount of probe kills, but oh god, oh god. He still bleeds out some stalkers. And even though Firefly got 7 probes, he also lost 7 workers as well. Lancer still ahead. Think about fish. Fish can bite, yo. I mean, there are fish with teeth, though, to be fair. Here we go. From here, Lancer is moving out. So again, Lancer has that massive Immortal lead. Firefly, he could try to pick away this army in chunks. Lancer is split. Like, the Immortals are exposed. They're on their own. But I don't think Firefly can win that fight. Yeah, he cannot engage. He can't engage into that. Yeah, there's just too much there. Blink is almost done for Lancer. Lancer now moving out. Adepts, they get spotted. And again, things are looking bleak here for Firefly. Oof. As I say, do bust into the natural. Yeah, 4 probes, decent damage. Yo, we got DTs? Like, DTs are great and all, but can we defend against the main army? Oh, I'll snipe the Observer. Okay, I have faith. I believe. Oh, no, never mind. There's an Observer back at home. But there's no Observer across the map, getting free damage here on the main army. That DT is popping up. Yeah, free swipes. Dark Templar in the main as well. Damage is being done. Not insignificant. And again, we have 3 Shield Bearers back at home. The Immortal does survive. No shot. Firefly, he's holding. He's holding. 10 probes across the map. Lancer never expanded. He made that choice. He made the choice not to expand. And with that, Firefly, he's still in this. He's still in this game. He still has a chance. He's crazy. Now, Lancer still has a massive army. Like, he's still up in Immortals. He still has a massive army. And this time, he has an Observer. Now he has an Observer with the main army as well. Of course, Firefly can always snipe it again. Can always go for the snipe. You can see the Observer. Lancer does siege up behind the army. This time it's protected. Prism into the main, but there's an Observer back at home. Oh, no! There's an Observer back at home. Does unload. Yeah, but no reinforcements, no warp-ins. It's also cleaned up. A DT into the natural. Is getting some damage. Okay. Lancer, he turns around. Lancer, he turns around back home. 7 more probe kills. Lancer down to 29. This is getting out of hand. I assumed with the army, with the Observers in position, that this would be okay, but that's going to be another 7, down to 29. Firefly takes a more economic lead, but he's still behind when it comes to the army. I should say, he's still behind when it comes to the Immortal count. That's still a factor. Firefly now suddenly Firefly takes the supply lead. He may be down in Immortals, but he has a wave of Zealots. The Charge Lots, we've seen this before, they are superior here. They do a great job tanking, dishing out damage as well. He goes for the dive, he wants the Immortals. He does want them. A big micro here by Lancer, does save the Immortals, does pull him back. The Immortals are saved, a better choke point here for Lancer, nice force fields. And it looks like Firefly, he will get one Immortal, not even. Yeah, there we go, one does go down, there's two left. Two Immortals remaining, Zealous, they go back in. Pushing into shield batteries, it's still a close fight. But the Immortals are falling down to 1, down to 0. The final Immortal falls, and that's it. 0 Immortals left here for Lancer. Just Stalkers. Boys are being pulled. And Firefly, he's barely breaking through. We need another wave, though. Oh, he's got DTs. He's got Dark Templar. And no detection. Once again, the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is just too good. It's just too much. We have 3 Dark Templar. Lancer, he wins the main fight, but what about the DTs? GG gets called, and Firefly with the Dark Templar. He defends, he attacks, he counterattacks, he wins off of the back of the Invisible Man. GG. Whew, oh my god, GG, well played. Again, for a moment, I mean, he did a great job with the Dark Temple when it comes to sniping observers, when it comes to maintaining them and being able to secure himself and survive, but they did more than that. They were able to counterattack, they were able to get damage done across the map as well. Again, Lancer, he was just torn apart. He did have detection, did have observers, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to quite react in time. There was just so much chaos going on. GG. GG, well played. Again, Firefly, he's looking insane here. As we mentioned, he's warmed up. He's warmed up by Lemon. You know, he's got his squad of Fireflies out there biting, nibbling at Lancer as well, apparently. Oh, God. It's crazy. GG. GG, well played. And with that, Firefly is now one game away from becoming our champion here. Remember, Lancer, he already won a series against Firefly. He started up 1-0 as well. He had that advantage. Even in this game, wasn't looking too bad at all. But alas, in the end, everything did fall apart. Firefly, he found the one way to recover, even though he was in a rough position, to be honest. Like, Firefly, he was in a rough position this game. If you recall, he was down in economy. He was down in army. He was in a rough place. The DTs were one of the only ways to recover in that game. And he found a way. Firefly, he found a way. GG. Crazy. Crazy games, sorry, crazy games. And with that, we're now getting ready here for potentially the final game of the series. I mean, I'm hoping for a longer series. I want some more between these two players. I mean, I'm a little bit torn. Part of me also wants to get some sleep as well. It would be nice before the Americas region. But at the same time, well, we want some more StarCraft. True. Well, we want some more StarCraft. Let's go. Oh, you're an animal. You're an animal. Let's go. And with that, we're now getting ready here for, again, our next game. I'm not too sure what map we're going to be loading into, but again, Firefly, he's so close to coming back here in this tournament. He was down in the lower bracket. He clawed his way back up for the rematch. He's so close to taking it all. Let's go. Will he be the one traveling and going to the Esports World Cup? Will Lancer begin his comeback? I want to believe he can. But even nature working against Lancer here. Oh, no. Can he fight back again against Firefly, against the local flora and fauna, against it all? Let's go. As we are jumping into the next game and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner here of a pylon, we have the Chinese Protoss player, the Red Protoss, leading the series at 3-1, and coming back, it is a Firefly. The Invisible Man himself. It's crazy. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Chinese Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss down heavily in the series. He has to fight back here and now. It is Lancer. Here we go. Holy mosquito. True, true. It's crazy. I'm telling you, they say it was a mosquito. It was a firefly. Ah. The conspiracy. Oh no. As from here, 2 gate opener, 2 gate opener, Firefly, 2 gate opener, Lancer. So far so good. So far standard openers initially. But welcome to Pylon with a shorter rush distance by ground, smaller map. Aggression is favored here. How aggressive are we going to be? Let's go. How can he lose 0-4? I mean, he can. I mean, it happens. Firefly, he's warmed up. He's on fire, Pappy. And he's flying. He's flying everywhere. It's crazy. So now we do have a mirrored build so far, no shenanigans, no additional workers moving out across the map. So far we just have pylon blocks all around. Non-stop pylon blocks. Likewise, cyber block here from Lancer, delaying the expansion even further. So an even further delayed base. As again, Firefly, he wants to take that expansion. Lancer will be the first to expand. So nice setup initially. Lancer will take a slight economic lead here over his opponent with said Nexus. Meanwhile, there's a cancellation. Finally, Firefly can expand. Much later expansion. Once again, Lancer opening up Robo. Robo opener out of Lancer. With this, can go into a faster Prism. Go for said faster Prism. Twilight Council is on the way. So once again, Firefly going for Blink, Lancer going for the Prism, or going for the Robo, I should emphasize. Last game did go for the Prism into the drop into the main, where he was able to take a massive economic lead. Loving the hallucinations. Ooh. Sentry does get caught. So we have Blink on the way. Blink is on the way. Meanwhile, yep, there it is. Prism first at Lancer. So I misspoke earlier, but no, clearly we knew what was happening. This is the same build. So far, this looks like the same build 2 games in a row. Going for the heavy sentry count into additional stalkers, into Prism, into a push across the map. The goal here is to try to catch Firefly with his pants down, to get into the main base, and to potentially force field the ramp. So again, same build 2 games in a row. I don't blame Lancer for going for this. Remember, last game, Lancer came out with a lead. He was ahead. He was up heavily in the economy and in the army as well. After the opener, after the first push, it all just kind of fell apart. Once again, Hallucination does distract. Lancer gearing up at the natural. Adepts take it across the map. Ooh, probes are going down. Nice economic damage. Meanwhile, Lancer gearing up outside of the natural. He has yet to commit. So far, Lancer is distracted. And there we go. Does go for it. Sentry, sorry, the Prism is here to juggle back. Does save the sentries. And so many Stalkers here caught in the back line. They just can't quite engage. Another Stalker gets caught out. Massive pickup. Gets a Stalker. Firefly down in army. Up in workers. Now setting up once again. Force Wheels, they lock down another Stalker. And a Sentry. Sentry, oh, barely gets away. Shield Virus out of energy. Another Sentry goes down. Firefly, he has to pull the boys. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. He dives on the Prism. Prism is going to be targeted. It just barely denies the warp in. And does he have enough? Once again, probes are falling. Doesn't want to lose too many. So far, acceptable losses, but that's still a heavy Stalker count. A heavy count of Stalkers at FC getting to the middle line once again. Not bad. This time we're getting some counter damage done. This time we're punishing Lancer. Worker counts are neck and neck, but Lancer still has that massive army supply lead. Gateway's just now finishing. Firefly, he needs those war pins. Remember, with that robot opener, Lancer, he does have the immortal advantage. He's pumping out immortals. Firefly going for the war prism. Prism is on the way. The game is calming down. Lancer, he doesn't push. He stays back at home. Okay. Whew, now, as the game settles for a moment here, Firefly, he did come out ahead in workers. So he does have the slightly better economy, slightly better income. He has Blink, of course, as well. But I believe Lancer is catching up in terms of Blink. The Immortals are still in favor of Lancer, so in a head-on fight, I do favor Lancer. Adepts are shading into the natural waste of Firefly. Firefly, he is not in position. Yeah, there's nothing here. Boys being pulled. One Adept does go down. Well, this is still just a brutal trade. Tries to go into the main base, but alas, yeah, Lancer's in position. Stalkers go down. Brutal losses there for Firefly, bleeding out 3 Stalkers and 3 probes. Losses they can't quite afford. Not like this. Firefly going back into the main. Blink just began for Lancer. Oh no! Oh, the Prism though. Prism takes a lot of hits. Oh, the Prism goes down! Oh, yeah. The Prism goes down. Firefly, again, he just flied too close to the sun. He did get burned. And with that, Firefly is in a rough position. He's heavily down in supply here. Soon, Lancer, he can just push, and he will. Look at that. On the production tab, what do we see? We don't see a third. We see 4 gates. 4 gates on the way. Lancer building up a massive gateway count for what? For a 2-base all-in. It's going to be a 2-base all-in here by Lancer. It's going to hit like a truck. And Firefly just doesn't really have much of an army. Like, what does he have? How does he survive this? DTs. True. Snipes the Observer. DTs, they could be another factor in this game. It's possible. For now, you can see he's trying to catch up when it comes to the immortal count. You can see it's 4-1. Sentries, sure, they can assist. Also pointing out there's only 1 sentry. And Lancer's going for glaives. Lancer, he does expand. I expected him to push on 2 bases, but no, he's expanding. He's taking Forge on the way for +1. Glaives on the way. If the game goes on any longer, then Firefly can recover. He can recover here. He's getting to charge. He has faster upgrades with faster +1. He has a faster Temple Archives. But Firefly is yet to expand. This is a very late third. He's long distance mining. So a very late third base here by Firefly. He's poking in, doing what he can. Still not expanding. Yeah, Indy's pointing it out. He's like, what's that? What's happening? Where's the base? Where's the expansion? Oh, we're just going all in. Okay. Okay. Now, unfortunately here, I mean, there's potential for Firefly. Sure. Does have potential. It depends on the engagement. It depends on how Lancer finds. Like right now he's engaging only with Stalkers, but now the rest of the army does respond. Firefly peels over to the mineral line. A couple of Zealots, they do head in. Going for the shield battery. Now going for the probes. Better concave here for Firefly, but he just doesn't really have much of an army. And he is getting economic damage. True. Nice force fields. A lot of the Immortals are in the back line. They're not really helping out for Lancer. So initially a better fight for Firefly. Initially. Yeah, better concave. Zelta coming from behind. Can he get on top of the Immortals? Can he get on top of them? It's close. It's so close. He's going to get 1. Dives on the Prism. Prism does not go down. Zelta wreak havoc. They get 20 probe kills. And the Immortals are falling. The Immortals are falling one after the other. No shot. Firefly. He's pulling it off. Oh my god, he's crazy. He dives in once again, takes down the Prism, takes down the Immortal, and it looks like we're not going to another game. Firefly, he breaks on through and he will force 0. The power of the Firefly. He's crazy. Oh my god. The more Zealots warping in, more Zealots reinforcing. The Immortals are going to be targeted down. I mean, Lancer, he's holding on here. That's true, but he lost so much. 27 probe kills. He lost his advantage. The Immortal count. The Immortal count was reset. No more Immortals. Only Stalkers remaining. Firefly's been long distance mining the entire time. Let's go. Technically, he has more efficient mining. True. Technically. Is he ever extending though? I don't think he can really do much here. I mean, I say that. That is 3 Archons. Headed for the main. Collapsing on the main army. Adepts, they're being shut down. Remember, these are Glaive Adepts. They can trade well against Zealots. What about against everything else? Yeah, there's a recall. Recalls into the main. Recalls 2 weakened Adepts though. Uh-oh. Zealots, they can still pop up. They can and they will. Zealots, they get into the main. Archons are zoning. Adepts are going down. He gets both Adepts. 2 Adepts left. And GG gets called. Firefly, he does it. He pulls Lancer apart. He's crazy. GG, well played, Firefly. He will be our Asia regional representative and champion in the EWC. GG. Who do we introduce first? That's fine. GG, well played, Firefly. He does it. He will qualify for the Esports World Cup. He has made it. He's the best in Asia, the best in our region. Again, we saw that Lancer, he was able to defeat Firefly initially, but coming into the finals, there was that X factor, there was that F factor, that Firefly factor, if you will. Oh my god. As Firefly, he was warmed up. And again, there were multiple games here in this series where Lancer had a lead, where Lancer was in a better position. I'm thinking of even last game, even the previous game as well, coming into game, of course here in game 4, but even in game 3, Lancer, he was able to start things off with an economic lead. If you recall, I'm referring to the game where we had the Prism into the main base, where we had the force fields as well. It was up 10 plus workers, but we saw that the DTs had a crazy comeback. That was again in the previous game. Here in this game, we saw that Firefly, again, despite being in a rough position, despite being down in army, despite being down in workers, despite being down to base, he was able to outposition and get better trades. I'm referring to the concave outside of the natural, of course, Zealots just tearing and wreaking havoc in the natural base itself, in the mineral line. Likewise, better concave, better engagement, a more efficient army. We saw that he was mainly losing Zealots, but trading against Immortals and trading against Stalkers, like, again, just better engagements there out of Firefly. Very impressive, despite being behind in multiple aspects. GG, well played. Just crazy engagements there, crazy positioning, and with that, Firefly, he is going to be our champion. Congratulations. Congratulations here to Firefly. Impressive performance, impressive comeback from the lower bracket. Very impressive comeback. Oh my god. GG. It was the Firefly party. Let's go. GG, well played. And with that Firefly, he will claim it. Congratulations. Again, you can see his low bracket run here as well. He took down Jeshi, took down Silky, took down Lemon to make it to those finals. Very well done. Very well played. Congratulations here. And again, that was merely our first closed qualifier. We still have the America's closed qualifier afterwards as well. Bam, you can see our schedule here on my right. And coming into this, we do have our America's qualifier. That's going to be at 7 a.m. KST. That's going to be at 8 a.m. AST. That's going to be in 5 hours. In 5 hours time, we're going to be live here with the America's qualifier. Of course, we're going to be there. We're going to be there for it. Whether or not I sleep in between, yet to be determined, because after the America's qualifier, we have the Korea qualifier in the evening at 6 p.m. KST. Oh boy. And then followed by the European qualifier. So the qualifiers, they just do not end. They do not stop. They just keep on going. Sunday is definitely going to be an interesting one when it comes to the casting day. Just because it's going to be EU qualifier. And then there's maybe going to be a couple of hours break. Then May Mayhem. And then maybe a couple of hours break, and then the Korean qualifier. It's going to be very intense. It's going to be very intense, and then that leads into the European qualifier. I don't know when I'm going to sleep. I'll be honest. I don't know when I'm going to sleep for Sunday, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Where there's just a lot of StarCraft. Like, the problem is May Mayhem. Like, usually I'm sleeping when the May Mayhem is happening. So we'll figure it out. We'll do like intermittent sleeping. We'll sleep like an hour and then cast, and then we'll sleep like another hour and then we'll cast them. We'll figure it out. Otherwise, GG well played. Hope you all had a great time. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. Again, I do apologize for the shaky start. For those that weren't here for the beginning of the broadcast, basically we spent 2 hours patching the game. We spent 2 hours patching the game. Speaking of, I should now start patching the game for the Americas. But we spent 2 hours because that we missed out on the Korean qualifier. I feel so bad about it as well, because literally no casters for the Korean qualifier. It was meant to be us. Like, we were meant to be there. We always are, but not today. No one was, because we were just stuck patching the game for multiple hours, and we missed out on the Korean qualifier completely. Like, I feel so bad about it. It feels bad, because we were there. It was like, let me in, papi, let me. I just couldn't log into the game because we were stuck patching the game instead. So speaking of, I'm now patching the game for the Americas. But yeah, just really rough and really sad. But we'll be there for the Korean qualifier tomorrow. We'll be there for that at least. We'll be all over that qualifier. So GG well played. With that, we're going to be wrapping up for the time being. I might have a nap. I'm going to at least shower. I'm going to shower at least and patch the game and get everything ready for the broadcast. So we'll see what happens. When it comes to the broadcast of Closed Qualifier, actually, let's have a look together here. I believe the bracket should have been seeded. It wasn't this morning, but I believe it should be ready now. I believe it should be ready, so we can have a look together. Here we go. Okay, so basically the way this works here is the mainstream, they have priority. So let's have a look together. The mainstream have priority here, and oh, there it is. They have priority on which series to cast. So there's going to be 4 matches, 4 best of 5s happening at the same time. It's going to be Trigger versus Master, Special versus Future, Scarlet versus Kellizer, and Cham versus Estrella. So 4 matches all happening at the same time. Again, the mainstream have priority. I am happy with any of the non-mirror matchups. I mean, they're all going to be really good matches, don't get me wrong. Juanito versus Future and Trigger versus Master. Best of luck to those 4 players. But we'll most likely be going for either Scarlet versus Kellizer or Cham versus Estrella. Most likely the mainstream will be casting one of them, we'll cast the other. That's the plan. That's going to be the plan here, at least on our stream. Again, we'll pick whatever the mainstream does not. That's going to be the plan here. So we'll do our best to spread out. Most likely, Steadfast did not cast the Americas qualifier today, which was kind of weird. He didn't cast the open qualifier, but he's probably going to be here for the closed one. Like, he's usually there for the NA region. So it's probably going to be ourselves and Steadfast covering the event alongside the mainstream. Who's going to be doing the mainstream? I think it's going to be State and Zombie Grub. I think they're both casting. I'm not too certain. But there's going to be the mainstream casters covering that as well. So just as a heads up, and again, this is probably going to last all day as well. This is probably going to be like a 6-hour cast, I imagine. So it's going to be a very intense day of StarCraft. We'll be covering that, then we'll get some sleep, then we'll go into the Korean qualifier thereafter. So there we go. So yeah, that's going to be later on today in 5 hours time. To look forward to it. Bam, you can see it here. 5 hours and 3 minutes. 5 hours and 3 minutes time until the Americas Closed Qualifier. So be there, be a part of it. Mark your calendar, set your alarms to wake up in time for some more StarCraft. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And again, our schedule is jam-packed full of StarCraft. Again, we do apologize for missing out on the Korean qualifier today, but we should be there tomorrow. And when it comes to the May Mayhem, I'm still on the fence about whether or not we can cast it. As in, we can, but can we? Like, how sleep deprived are we going to be? Maybe not at all. Maybe we'll be fine. Maybe not. So we'll find out. The May Mayhem, for those that are curious, it's going to be featuring Clem, Showtime, Max Pax, and Hero. They're facing off in the playoffs of the May Mayhem. So we're going to have some high quality PvP and TvP. It's going to be a lot of fun. Gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be an amazing event. Otherwise, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys next time for some more StarCraft action, for some more EWC. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the casting, then do check us out over on YouTube. We do upload on YouTube on a daily basis, so plenty of content over on YouTube. Otherwise, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We do stream on a daily basis, every single day, multiple times a day, and likewise, we also do post whenever we go live as well. So plenty of content over on YouTube. We do post on a daily basis. Plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you next time.